We had a good edge for this game. Anytime you play Miami, that you must be ready to compete at all times, and I think all players in the league know that too. They just they've earned that reputation, and so um, I felt like our guys understood it going into the game. The position that we're in, the periods where we've been through where it's been really, really difficult, certainly contributes to that. And it was good to be back in front of a friendly crowd, and I thought our guys kept the fans into it tonight, which we needed to do.
What led to your opening lineup change, and what did you like about that group today?
Well, you look at their lineup and the level of skill and athleticism and everything else, and Bam he's a unique guy at 5. He's a 5 that has 3 skills, and so that matchup is a difficult one. All the matchups led us to the conclusion that starting smaller was definitely a better idea defensively, and we hoped it would work out offensively. But it seemed to work out. We got off to a good start, and so, but as the game went on, there were a lot of adjustments that were going on with substitution patterns.
9 assists, no turnovers for Drew tonight. He's had kind of a longer run of good assist numbers and keeping his turnovers down. How have you seen his floor general abilities, passing, things of that nature, get better as the season's gone on?
Well, he's had some really spectacular games in recent days where, the points are up, the assists are up, and when the efficiency is where it was tonight, I mean, he's elite. He just is, and so it was. Yeah, he was really spectacular. I thought his shot making, along with his, the defense, which we take for granted, and his playmaking was key. I mean, he made some really key threes, late clock a couple times the ball kicked out. One time he made one was about 27, 28 feet. And they were just timely. They were timely.
Kind of going off of the lineup, you hold them to 4 of 30 from 3. I mean, what did you like about just the way that your defense moved throughout this game, even when you were, putting out some bigger lineups? It seemed like you guys had really good rotations.
Well, I mean, I really want to talk about Walker. I thought Walker was, you look at his body of work. I mean, this is as good a game as he's had here. Defensively, he was rock solid, and he got in position 2 or 3 times where he was rock solid. They couldn't get by him, and then he made a play on the ball, and it created a turnover for us. And then key shot making to go along with it as well, and good rebounding. So he was really tremendous in this game. Look, Norman Powell is such an important player for them. He wasn't able to get going tonight. That certainly was a factor. Aaron was guarding him, and he was really digging in, trying to make it tough. Powell to me is an all-star this year. He'll get a vote from me. I have no problem saying it publicly. He's been really really tremendous this year for them. So, but look, we had 4 sub-30-point defensive quarters. That's great. That's something to build on. We know Boston is going to be really difficult to guard because of their shooting and their driving, and there are many of the similar problems on Monday.
They get it back to within 8 in the third quarter, and you guys go off on a 21-2 run. Just how much did you like seeing that, especially in the middle of a tough year, to have that kind of response when they were starting to chip away?
Well, it was certainly much needed. I thought Potter was a big part of that. He hit 1 or 2 threes during that stretch, and he got the crowd into it. And we just had a group out there that responded extremely well. And we just need to keep reminding ourselves of the things that we need to do to be successful. And that, the obvious one is to play with an edge. The second one is to be an attacking team offensively and keep the ball moving. And the possession game is huge, and the rebounding. We won by 4. That's a big deal, and they only had we had one more offensive rebound than them. So those stats were super important as well.
I know you've talked a lot about what you like about Furphy and his game. How do you feel like what do you think he's done well as far as the responsibility of starting? You've talked about that for various guys in the past. How do you think he's handled that part of it, the matchups that come with it? The level of responsibility that comes with being in the starting lineup.
Well, I think the thing that everybody loves about Furphy is he just looks unflappable. He just looks like he's just going to go out there and play the same way all the time, which is hard. Hit first, running. Great teammate, all those kinds of things. In this game tonight, he started at the 5 position. I mean, he was playing the 5 on offense, and so there's an element of versatility there that's really important for him and for us, and it's a good example, for young players. I mean, he's getting this opportunity because of his consistency as a hard play guy. That's really where it's at, and you can see the other parts of his game that are on the come. His shooting is getting better all the time, and he just has a real good feel for the game.
I think the good thing that we did tonight was just sustain it throughout 4 quarters, even when we had a little lull. I feel like in the 3rd quarter, bounced back, competed. Everybody brought energy into the game, so it was good. We also played short stints in the first little half.
Furphy keeps getting starts. What's made him such a good fit with the rest of that group?
I think he plays the game the right way on both sides of the floor. Plays with energy, connects on offense, and runs the floor well, and kind of versatile on the defensive side and growing.
9 assists for you, 0 turnovers. You've had a better assist-to-turnover ratio the last couple games. What do you feel like you're doing differently, if anything, with your with your passing or your setups of anything?
I think I was just a little, I don't know, in terms of assist-to-turnover ratio. What are you saying?
Anything different with your passing recently or just better?
Yeah. I think we're moving the ball well on that side of the floor. I think we're on ball, off ball, movement is doing well, so we're getting to the spots, and I'm just being a little more careful, I guess you could say, with it. But I like that, definitely. I feel like I turned it over a little bit too much in the past.
What did you like about how that the small lineup you guys used tonight? How do you feel like that operated on both sides of the floor, and particularly defensively?
Last time we played these guys, their small ball lineup hurt us a lot. So I think ours gave us a lot of pace on both sides of the floor, ability to switch on the defensive side. We had good movement, even though we haven't played that lineup much on offense. Just a different look.
Obviously a tough matchup for Siakam, inside on having to deal with Bam. How important was what he did, and how do you think that sort of helped everybody else as far as taking on their matchups?
Yeah, I think P's impact on both sides of the floor is very important for us every night. Takes on big matchups, and Bam's a load for sure.
You talked about just playing all 4 quarters in that lull in the 3rd. I mean, they get back within 8, and then you guys go on. I think it's 11-0, and then it's a 21-2 run. I mean, just obviously that's a lot of big shots that you guys hit right there. But what did you like about how you guys handled that period and what you managed to do well to basically put it away in that stretch?
Yeah, I thought we came together well and didn't shrink in the moment, and made shots that helped.
Just how important was it once you just get one win to get past? Just get that streak over with. I mean, how much does there feel like there's a little bit of weight off? I guess. I mean, what do you guys feel like the confidence has changed a lot in a couple of days?
Yeah, I think we've been a confident group. I think it's nice to get wins. It's nice to get wins. I don't remember last time we got 2 in a row, so it's nice.
Coach mentioned that he wanted to talk about Jarris. Thought he had a great game tonight. What did you think of the way Jarris played?
Can't really tell when you're out there with a guy like that what he's doing exactly, but plus 31 on the night. I think he just does a little bit of everything. Can guard, versatile, can make plays on the offensive side of the ball. Was simple. wasn't trying to do too much, and made winning plays.
No, it's good. Just another body. Someone, he's tall. He can rebound, and then just playing within what we do. And I mean, he's been good for us. Obviously, a little awkward for me being out there at the 5, but it's yeah, it's good. I think we had a good flow. Stops running, which is what we need.
How have these last two, after the losing was hard on everybody, how have these last two felt for you and the whole team, really?
It was good. I think, again, I always say winning feels good. So when you win, there's a good feeling around. I think as a team, you just got to keep chasing that feeling. Like, yeah, it's great, and it covers everything else.
Nine assists, no turnovers for Drew tonight. How have you seen him grow as a passer this season?
Yeah, no, he's been great. Pushing the floor for us, pushing the pace for us, getting guys in position, making the right play. He's been aggressive too on offense, which is great, and also playing defense. So he's doing everything. And again, he's our point guard. So most of the time we going out there follow his lead, and yeah, he played well tonight. He just got to his spots, playing with pace, and getting guys involved.
Pascal, you mentioned playing the 5. I mean, what did you like about your defense on Bam? What were you trying to do in that matchup? What do you feel like you did well to slow him down?
I mean, obviously he's a tough player. Just again, trying to guard as much as I can. Battling him in the boards, and he's a tough coverage. I think obviously for me he's a little tough, foul trouble and things like that. But yeah, just trying to speed him up as much as we can. But again, he's a tough cover.
What did you like about just how that whole small lineup worked against those guys? I mean, they're 4 of 30 from 3. You guys were able to slow them down in a bunch of different periods defensively. What did you like about how you guys operated?
I thought it was good. We're playing fast. Everyone was guarding, which against a team like that, I don't really set pick and rolls. They just attack. They just drive after drive after drive. You just really gotta. If you don't guard your yard, you're gonna get exposed. So I think we did a decent job of just guarding and they missed some shots, so we was able to get rebounds and get the other way.
They get it all the way back to 8 in the third quarter, and you guys respond with the 21-2 run, some huge three-pointers from a bunch of different guys. I mean, just what did you like about how you guys approach that scenario when it's starting to slow and you guys responded like that?
No, I thought it was good. I think in other games, at that point, maybe we go the other way. I thought the guys stay together. I had a pretty difficult stretch out there. And again, I don't know. I gotta watch it. Maybe it's me. I gotta be stronger. Maybe it's the other way. But I'm not gonna say anything. I watch a lot of basketball, and I'm just gonna say I don't know if it's consistent or not. But again, I gotta watch it, see what my faults are. If I'm not making the right plays, or I'm not finishing well, or if a lot of things getting so I gotta figure that out. But I thought it was a bad stretch, and then the guys that came in off the bench, they picked up the pieces and just stay together. We kept making runs. The guys made big shots. Drew, Micah, and was able to sustain that run.
What's impressive about Jarris tonight? I think it was plus 31. I think it's 12 points, 9 rebounds, 4 steals.
Okay, J-Walk. Again, for me, most of the things that you guys going to see me talk about is just like keeping it simple. Like I thought he defended his butt off. Like just was really engaged on defense, rebounding, and then just letting go the open ones. Like and it just felt simple. Like it didn't feel like he was forcing anything. It didn't feel like you had any pressure. You just play your game, play defense, focus on those things. Like usually the game rewards you in that way, and I thought it did tonight. So yeah, kudos to him. Plus 31 is tough. So he did well.
You've obviously invested a lot in teaching him, obviously taking him out to Orlando this summer and everything. I mean, just what's it been like for you to watch him grow? It's been, kind of some pluses, some negatives. I mean, just where are you seeing him grow now, and what's it been like just kind of see him work through everything?
Yeah, it's part of the game, man. It's part of the game. You gotta grow as a player, and I just know for me, like I've had a lot of rough years in the NBA. You know what I mean? Like my first couple of years wasn't the greatest. It didn't look amazing, but I think just sticking to the work, and blocking the noise, and for me, like I know he has a lot of. I don't know how it feels to be him, but I just know that when you keep yourself focused on the game, on the right things, your heart is pure, and you just focus on that, like that pill, the basketball. Just that's all you want to just continue to play for your teammates, get better every single day, have a good mindset about everything. Like I think things gonna go your way. So I want to continue to encourage him, and again, I know that these ups and downs of what it feels like to be in that situation, where you have good game, bad game, good game. Like you just gotta flush it all out, keep your heart pure, and just play ball.
Pascal, as a veteran in this league, obviously Rick had his big win a couple games ago. Now he's up to 1,001. But what to you makes Rick such a special coach?
Yeah. No, I think he's great. Just for me coming here, like I'm really not used to like really talking to coaches as much. So I think it is his communication. He's trying to get his point across. He's talking to me. He's holding me accountable, but also just bringing me along and I think that level of communication for me, like I said, is new. So it just shows how great he is, and he's willing to make the extra effort, to make sure that he connects with the guys, and that is his message and what he preaches as a coach. It's like going across, and I think it's pretty special. I think obviously he knows the game, and it's just always about the game. Like he's really focused on that, and I for me, I love that because that's what I'm about too. So I'm definitely happy. Took us a long time to get that, but I was glad that I was able to get that. He deserves it, and he's been a big part of our success here, and then for me being here, like he's been a big part of my growth as a player.